Well, there was Joel. He was a teenager who had just passed his driving test and asked his dad when they could have a discussion about his use of the car. And so Dad said, I tell you what, I'll make a deal with you, Joel. You bring your grades up from a C to a B average, study your Bible a little, and get your hair cut. And then we'll talk about the car. So the young man thought about that for a moment and decided he'd settle for the offer, and they agreed on it. So after about 6 weeks, his father said, Joel, you've brought your grades up, and I've seen that you've been studying your Bible. But I'm disappointed you haven't had your hair cut. Well, you know, Dad, I've been thinking about that, and I've noticed in my Bible studies that Samson had long hair, John the Baptist had long hair, Moses had long hair, and there's even strong evidence that Jesus had long hair. And Dad said, well, Joel, did you also notice all those people walked everywhere they went? You were waiting for that, weren't you? Oh, those desires we have. All right, well, if you looked in the newsletter this week, you read that this is a very special day for a very special congregant named Anne Moriarty, who's right there. Yeah, I know. So Anne is quenching her desire to move to Colorado, much to our dismay. But no, we are thrilled to support Anne. And Anne has been, she's served in Spirit Sound. She's been singing. She's our resident photographer so many times, and she's been serving on our board of trustees. And so today we are launching her in love into her next great adventure. And so I was thinking about that launching in love and where that came to me. In my previous ministry, there was a Sunday where we celebrated 3 teens who were graduating from high school and going into college. And so we had a special ceremony for them. And so those of us that were the youth director and I and a couple other people came up with this term called, let's launch them in love. Kind of like a rocket launching them, into their next great adventure. And so I just wanted to kind of play with that a little bit this morning because I think it has some relevance for us on our spiritual journey. And so I just looked at, what does the word launch mean? I think it's, so it's to start or set in motion an activity or an enterprise. Or to set like a boat in motion by pushing it or allowing it to roll into the water, right? Okay, that's launching. And so love. So many of you know that this past year, we had SEE, Spiritual Enrichment and Education classes, and I taught the 12 Powers. And the 12 Powers are a very foundational unity teaching that Charles and Myrtle Fillmore taught. And basically the 12 Powers are divine ideas that are aspects of our Christ nature. And love is one of them, along with strength and wisdom and imagination and zeal. And so love, and when I was teaching love, I had a new insight about love. And of course, I always want to share with you when I have a new insight about something. And so love is our ability to desire, to feel affection for, and to harmonize and unify. So when we launch something in love, or someone in love, we are setting a desire in motion, and we are allowing them to be supported by life's flow, kind of like the boat being rolled into the water, right? See, love, my insight about love was love is desire. At the foundation of every desire that we have, love is that power that generates that desire. I just thought that was great, because you think about it. Think about anything that you love. You desire it. Desire is foundational in what we love. And so desire and love, the aspect of love that is that harmonizer and unifier, is our ability to harmonize and unify our thoughts, to align them with life's infinite flow. So when we launch something in love, like today we are launching Anne in love, we are supporting her desire for her next adventure, and we are holding that with her through our love and affection for her, and we are seeing her. We're holding the knowing that she is going to continue to harmonize her thoughts with life's infinite flow, because she is life's infinite flow. So we're holding that with you, Anne, as we launch you today. So this is the power of love in action. And it really goes beyond a feeling. Yes, love is a feeling, absolutely. But love is also our ability to desire. And love is our ability, again, to harmonize and unify our thoughts with what we know is true. Life's infinite flow. And so I wanted to talk about how that really impacts us on life's journey. So today in meditation, we explored a little bit our desire. I can imagine that each one of you in this room has a desire. Okay, so when we are launching a desire in our life, when we're launching an idea, desire in love, the first step is to get really clear about what we want. What is it that you really want? And the next step is to go deeper, is to ask yourself, what will this desire call forth in me on my spiritual journey? So think about something that you're desiring and take it deeper. Like, for instance, what if you want a really beautiful house? I know there's some real estate agents in the house right now. What if you want a house and you have that vision and you have that desire? So taking it deeper means, what's the experience that you want to create by having that house? What is it that really, when you think about that, what do you see happening in that house? And I remember when I moved here, I wanted a nice house, yes, but that was my desire. But then when I took it deeper, what I saw that I really wanted was I wanted my home to be a place of love and nurturing for people that came into my home. I wanted people to walk into my home and feel loved and uplifted and inspired. That's my desire, going deeper. So the third step, so we get to get clear what we want, and we take that desire deeper, we get to harmonize and unify our thoughts with life's infinite flow. Okay, so we talk a lot about this in unity, about our thoughts, creating our experience of reality. So, what is ours to do, or what gets in our way from really harmonizing our thoughts with what we know is true? Because we hear it all the time when we come to unity. We hear that life is infinite. There's infinite possibility, that what we call God is this creative, unlimited, unbounded substance of creation that we can harness and that we can translate into the desires of our heart, right? But what gets in our way? Because when we have a desire, we go, well, I don't have it yet, and I've been wanting it for a long time. Well, the first thing is we get to get clear about what it is we really want. You know, there was an exercise. I did these transformational trainings many years ago, about 20 years ago. And one of the most profound exercises for me was when I sat across from someone and all they asked me was, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? I mean, over and over and over and over again. And you would think it would get redundant, but let me tell you, what it did was, I mean, you know, of course we did it for each other. It got me clear. It got me deeper. What do I really want beyond the surface? Because, folks, when we get clear what we really want, that's when we're touching into what we value, our core values. And so when it comes to those obstacles of, gosh, I don't know how to align my thoughts, I'm in my stuff, I'm a little bit afraid, because also when we want something and we really want it and we don't have it, there's a friction, and we're like, well, what's it going to take from me? And often, folks, what it takes from us is changing something. We're going to have to change something in our life in order to have something new. And we've talked about this a few times, that change can be something that we really fear because it can be unknown. And it's going to call us to be what we've never been before and do what we've never done before. And so we can get afraid. And we can kind of hold on to survival versus really living. You know, survival is ego-based, edging God, edging goodness out, ego, instead of a really allowing life's flow. Yes, so many times we resist change because we know we have to create room for it, but we have to let go to do that. Yeah, and it's just calling us to evolve and grow. So, step 4 is we got to take action and move forward. So we've got to have a desire, take that desire deeper. We get to unify our thoughts with life's abundant flow and work with our process of resistance. And then we get to step forward and take action and move with the flow. Yeah, we have to move with it. And in my endless conversations with EJ, Reverend EJ, when she was here, her mantra was, trust the process. Trust the process. And of course, she was speaking that from her passion about spiritual evolution. We get to trust the process, but we get to trust the process of unfolding our desires. And the thing is, we do what's ours to do. We move our feet. And at some point, we get to let go and move with the flow and trust the process and trust the timing. So also a part when we talk about letting go and change, sometimes in order to have a desire, because we let go, we have a little grief that comes up. And to be gentle with ourselves and all that. So I know that you know, I'm having a little grief with Anne leaving, and I'm also knowing that it's going to be amazing for her. And so that's also part of our flow, isn't it? Is that when we have our process, we get to be gentle with ourselves and our humanness and the grief in our process of letting go. And so, Anne, I'm going to invite you just to come on up, and we're gonna launch you. Hi. Is there anything that you'd like to say?
Yes, actually there is. First of all, your 4 steps were really resonating with me because I've been through that process, and that's a beautiful depiction of it. The other thing is that this has been my home, and I thank you for everything. And as I told my granddaughters yesterday, they're really little, I said my last goodbye to them, and I said, I feel sad, and that's normal. That's normal. And you don't have to worry about Mimi being sad, and you don't have to worry when you feel sad. It's normal. I feel sad because I love you so much. And I am going to be happy. It's just what you said was just perfect. That there are so many things out there that are going to be happy, and so many things have been completely in flow as I've been preparing to go. But the sadness is normal, and to allow it, and I really want those little girls to hear that at this really early age. And so that was my main message to them. And it just seems the same here today, that I love you all, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. This has been my home. Thank you.
Well, and the beautiful thing about spiritual community is that home is where your heart is, and your heart goes with us wherever we go, right? So this will always be home. And we just have a little just love token, just a couple of little ditties to say we love you. We do, because we do. And so let's give her our unity blessing. Yeah, let's stand up and do it, because there's something about standing up. And okay, so remember, our blessing goes, I'll say it once and then repeat after me. And we love you. Wait. Let me do the whole thing. I need to be clear. And we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the light that is you. Okay, together. And we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the light that is you. We love you so much. Thank you. Be seated. So, okay, just recap on your desires. Let her be a living example. Just get clear, your desires of your heart. Get clear about what you want. Go take that deeper. Align your thoughts, with life's infinite flow, and be in motion, be in action. And I'm going to add one more. Allow your spiritual community to support you. Yeah, that's what we're here for. All right, so let's affirm together. As we learn to release everything into the energy of love, we can trust and know that all is truly well. There is no greater power, and so it is.
So now it's our time for the tithes and offerings. And as you give from your unlimited abundance and open hearts, I invite you to hold your tithes in your hands with that thought in mind, that we're giving from our unlimited abundance. And also just enjoy and love, just the privilege to be able to share this with your spiritual community, with your spiritual home. So I'd like to share some prosperity wisdom from Celebrate Yourself by Eric Butterworth. As long as there's a spark of life within us, divine love is the key to fulfillment. In every relationship, every business deal, every group project or conference of people, the switch marked love must be turned on. We cannot feel whole without love, and thus we cannot be happy, peaceful, or prospered. Love is always the answer. Let us now affirm our offering blessing together. Divine love, I am, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I receive, and I'm so grateful.